Hey, I'm Kristin with The Wayward Home, and welcome to the Van Life for Beginners video number 2. Now, in the first video, we talked about the best vans for van life, so if you haven't watched that yet, head on over and watch that one. That's also where you can download my free Van Life Starter Kit. That's where I give you specs for popular vans, ways to work remotely, and ways to find free campsites. So head on over and download that right now. So figuring out how to build your dream camper van can be kind of overwhelming. Listen, you don't have to do that much if you don't want to. This is my Chevy Astro van and I hardly did anything to it. In fact, we still sleep on this roll-out bench seat back here and we didn't build out a bed or anything. So there are 3 options when it comes to building out your van, and we're going to talk about each one. But for a quick overview, the first one is a do-it-yourself build, the second one is a custom build, and then there's something kind of in between called a camper van conversion kit. So the first one is a DIY build. A lot of people like doing this because you can take a raw shell of a van and really put anything you want in it. You want a bed, you want a toilet, you want a kitchen, or you don't want any of that stuff? Well, the choice is up to you, which is kind of cool. The problem is you have to be kind of handy to do this, or you have to be willing to watch a lot of YouTube videos and really get your hands dirty, get in there, put in your plumbing, put in your electrical, and do it all yourself. That is the cheapest route, but I'd say it is the hardest because you have to do everything yourself. However, if you are doing your own DIY van build, I do have a couple of cool resources for you that I'll link down in the notes at the bottom of the video. One of them is called the Sprinter Van Conversion Sourcebook, and don't be scared by that word Sprinter in the title. It really applies to any kind of van. It's a 378-page book where you can find all sorts of diagrams and information about plumbing, electrical, how to lay out your van, any kind of thing you want to know about a van build, you'll find in that book. Another cool resource is by a van life couple called Far Out Ride. You may have seen their website, but they offer a lot of diagrams on there that you can buy for plumbing, for solar, for electrical, for propane, any kind of diagram you want, and they also have a lot of cool tutorials on their website. Next, we're going to talk about a custom build. This is where you go buy a van and then you hire a company to build it out. This is the most expensive option. I have seen builds as cheap as $30,000, but add that to the price of your van and your van is getting really expensive. On the high end, I've seen builds, $100,000 up to $300,000. It really can run the gamut in terms of how much you're willing to pay and what exactly you want in your van. Now, a custom build is cool because you can work with the company and you'll do sketches and kind of 3D mapping of what you want in your van, and they'll take care of the rest. They'll build it all out and it'll be ready for you to pick up. So while it is the easiest option, it is the most expensive, as I said before. Now, the third and final option is a camper van conversion kit. Now, I really like this option because it's kind of in the middle of a DIY and a custom conversion. With this approach, what you do is you order parts from a company. For example, you can buy a whole kitchen kit and you can just install that in your van yourself. Or you can buy like a platform bed and you put that in your van. You pick and choose kind of what components you need help with and that you don't want to build, and then you can order those components. Now, some of these companies don't allow you to DIY their conversion kits. You'll have to go to the shop and they'll install it for you. Well, I hope these 3 options give you some ideas on various ways you can build out your van. There really is no one-size-fits-all approach. Like I said, I didn't really do anything to this van, and 2 of us have lived comfortably out of it for months at a time. We do have things like a fridge, solar panels, camping stove, things to make us comfortable, but we didn't really spend any money on any sort of build. So what you do is really up to you and how you're going to be using the van, how many people are in it, that sort of thing. If you want to check out a cool DIY van, check out this video linked on the screen. It's an E350 that this woman and her father built. It's so cool inside. Also, make sure to subscribe to my channel to get even more videos about van life and living small. And if you haven't yet, remember to go and watch video number 1 in my Van Life for Beginners series and download that Van Life Starter Kit. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.